Hold on, wait.
Oh yeah, I'm right there, boys.
All right, so you're live, so it'll be talking here in a second. You'll hear yourself on.
Well, what do I have to say? What? Yeah, I'm straight. 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 I'm recording him. I'm recording him first.
Yeah, but we have to go live first.
What?
I didn't even make a thing for ready for this. What? You never know when.
Kevin, we have one viewer right now. You need to go on there.
Your turn towards me.
So you can just step up here in a second and say, hi, I'm Gavin Jenkins. I'm here at Future Chefs, presented by Sodexo and Southwest School Corporation.
I didn't even.
mention your camera.
I'm here with cameraman Walker. And go ahead.
Hello, my name is Gavin Jenkins, and I'm here with Future Chefs in America, presented by Sodexo. I'm here with my cameraman Walker, and I'm Gavin Jenkins, and we're going to be judging 7 chefs today. And here is our main chef on this side.
Come here, girl. What's your name? Chef Lena? Okay, good afternoon. Are you guys ready? Okay. I just want to get started. We kind of want to do some introductions. Kind of wave your hand when I say your name. We have Lainey Donner. We have Audrey Early, Maggie Early, Rancy, Olivia Norris, Elena Whitman, and Sawyer Whitman. We have some of our judges. I'll introduce you guys later when we're all here. Okay? So now, if all you guys would like to come up here around Mike Zadie.
Okay. First of all, I want to do some thank yous. Thank you, Lynn, for having me up here for support. Big thank you to the administration and the board for the partnership that we've had with Southwest. We certainly appreciate the opportunity to feel your children, to learn every day. Faculty and staff and engaged with the program, getting students recipes here. We certainly appreciate that. Parents, big thank you, for working with your students, to have you in here as well. And my biggest thank you goes to you folks, because if it wasn't for you stepping up to the plate, I wouldn't be here today. And this is the best part of my job. So I think you guys are all champions already before we even started this. And I appreciate that. Good job. So a little bit of what we're going to do today. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what's going to happen during the contest, I guess. Then we're going to talk a little bit about personal hygiene. We're going to talk a little bit about kitchen safety. And then we'll talk a little bit about knife safety. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about food waste. Okay? Everybody okay with that? Any returning people from last year? I don't know if you're one, 2, 3, 4. Okay? I see a lot of people, so I'm sorry I don't remember that one. Because I do, I see a lot of, I go to a lot of these contests, so congratulations for last year, good luck this year. So I always tell you guys you got homework, right? You know what your homework is? What's your homework? No, well that's good, you were thinking. Do you remember what last year's homework was? Awesome. You got to go home and cook dinner for your parents and do the dishes, because that's what they do every day for you, right? So good job remembering that, okay? Appreciate that. Okay, so let's start off with a little bit about personal hygiene in the kitchen, right? Everybody looks really good today. They got their hats on, keep the hair out of the food. Got our aprons on. We all have closed-toed shoes on, no shorts. We're well protected, ready to go in there, so you look very professional, and I really appreciate the readiness today, okay? So one of the most important things as a chef is what? What do you think the most important job of a chef is?
To cook and to
Prepared, okay, that's pretty good. Anybody else want to offer anything real quick? Actually, the most important job of a chef is delivering safe food. Everything comes after that, how it looks, how it tastes, how the service is, all that comes after safety. Safety is the number one important thing. We gotta make sure that we keep our customers safe, we don't make them sick, okay? So that's why we're gonna talk about the safety today. So we talked a little bit about how you're looking, you all look great. Next important thing is hand washing, right? You ready? I can tell. How long do you gotta wash your hands for? 30 is great. 20 is really the rule. That sometimes they say sing happy birthday twice, ABCs, there's different little tricks. 20 seconds wash time, okay? And what's really important is when you go back into this kitchen, there's certain sinks that we have to use to wash our hands with. The other sinks are for washing our food, okay? So you'll see those sinks back there, they have soap by them, they have a little hand towel thing, okay? So we're gonna wash for 20 seconds, and what's really important while we're washing our hands is a couple of things. I think you have a pull-down towel system down there, right? So what I want you to do, you're probably gonna be in a little bit of a line there. You're probably, Missy, is the water come on, or is it a push button?
You have to turn.
It stays on. All right, so when you go to wash your hands, the first person, leave the water on in a nice lukewarm setting, because the person behind you can use the water, okay? But I want you to drop that towel before you start your hand washing. So you're done with your hand washing, and then you're gonna grab the towel, dry your hands, and you'll be done. The last person, or if it was just you washing your hand, you're gonna take that towel, and you're gonna turn off the hand knob with the towel. Why do we do that? Anybody else? So you don't leave the water running? Well, that's a good reason. You don't want to waste water. It's so that we don't contaminate our hands, right? We just cleaned them. We don't know who's touched that or what's on that faucet. So we want to make sure that we turn that off with our paper towel. Okay? Everybody understand that? Good. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about kitchen safety. How many of you watch the cooking shows? Everybody, right? It's very busy back in the kitchen, right? You don't see that on TV. I always wondered how they could get done in a half hour. You know how? They got a bunch of people helping, and I forgot to thank the staff here. We have some visiting chefs, Chef Everett, Chef Mike back here, prepared a lot of your food already. It's ready to go for you. We'll talk about that in a little bit, okay? But it's gonna be really busy back in the kitchen, so I want you to practice great communication skills. What I mean about that is when you're walking behind somebody, make sure that they know that, hey, I'm coming behind you, because somebody could have something hot in their hands. Or if you're going inside of ovens, right? There's somebody's probably going to be using an oven or some hot tools. Make sure we're talking to each other, saying, you know, hey, hot oven door coming, or I got a hot pan behind you, so that we don't have any accidents back there. Because not only do we want to keep our customers safe, we want to make sure that all of our chefs are safe too, okay? So use good communication skills. No horse playing back there. Just yesterday I had some people come back that were visiting and they were kicking the chefs. We don't want any horse play back there, okay? Let's get down, get serious. No running. It's not brain surgery. You're not going to die if you don't have your dish out. This isn't like Chopped either, okay? Everybody will have the time to finish your dish. Now we're probably going to come back and talk to you and say, hey, you got about 15 minutes. We got a lot of help here. We'll help you get your dish done. Don't panic, okay? So we're not going to kick you out of there if you're not done with your dish. Okay, everybody understand that? Cool. We'll probably give you a little tour when you get back there to see where some stuff is at. You'll have some workstations. You'll have someone assigned to you, so you'll be in good shape back there. Any questions on a little bit of the safety or the personal hygiene? Everything's good there? Awesome. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about knife safety, because this is really important. We're talking about safety. Let's talk about knife safety and knives in general, right? So I'm sure many of you folks might know a carpenter or a doctor or a landscaper. They all have their tools, right? Well, chefs have their tools, and some of their tools are knives. One of the most important things you can do with your tools is use the right tool for the right job. So if I was going to ask you maybe to cut this lime up here, and I told you, here, you want to use this knife? Do you think that would be a good choice? It would work, but it's probably not the best choice, right? We've got a smaller knife here. It's called a paring knife. It's much easier to use on a smaller piece, okay? So right tool, right job. Several different tools here. This here is actually called a scimitar. It's used for cutting large pieces of meat. I've got some serrated edge. See the little bumps on there? This is a slicing knife. It's great for bread. If anybody's got any goulets that they're cutting, it won't smash your bread. It slices through it a lot nicer, okay? This one's an offset. It's got a different handle on it. This is what I tell everybody, you need to learn to make this your friend. This is a chef knife, okay? They come in all different sizes. If you happen to get one for your birthday or Christmas, you'll get a little smaller one. It'll fit your hand better. But this thing does everything, okay? So that's another one. I've got a little Chinese cleaver. It's a thin cleaver. I like this one because you can scoop food with it. So, you know, different tools, different jobs. The other thing that's really important is taking care of your tools. So I got a simple knife sharpener here. You want to keep your knife sharp. Okay, a dull knife is more dangerous than a sharp knife because it can slip on food versus cutting into it. This one's really easy to use. You just literally will just pull this through. There's a coarse one. There's a fine one, okay? This is for the beginning of the sharpening process. Does anybody know what this is? It's a sharpener. It's actually called a steel, and the steel is used to finish your sharpening process. If you got a really bad knife that's all nicked up and stuff, you're going to start with the stone. Some people actually, the old timers, they're really good. They have a stone with oil on it they use, or water. This is for finishing it. You literally just draw it, so there's a guard here, you draw it towards you on about a 20-degree angle, you just finish the knife again. So, right tool, right job, keep them in good condition, clean, sanitized. There's some other tools, a little garnish kit. You know, if somebody wants to play with that today, I think the chef's got some garnish set up for you. We can show you how to use some of those. So as you become chefs, you're going to get different kinds of tools. Let's talk about the knives themselves, how we're going to use the knives. So we've got a somewhat sharp knife. Most of the knives are in your workstations. Do they get to keep their knives, Lynn? Not sure if you do or not. We'll find that out later. So I don't want you traveling around in the kitchen with knives in your hand unless you absolutely have to. Usually what you want to do is you get yourself ready to work. Who remembers the French word from last year that I taught everybody? Anybody? It's called mise en place. Okay, that's a French term. It means ingredients in place. So you get your tools. Chef Mike's got all the food ready for you on a speed rack. You're going to go back there. I think it's actually in your workstations. So you're not running around in the kitchen like a chicken with your head cut off going, where's this, where's that? You got everything right in front of you. You're ready to go to work, right? Mise en place, okay? So you shouldn't be traveling around with knives, okay? So while you're using your knife, let's talk a little bit how we use our knives, okay? I'm going to use my chef knife as a demonstration because this is my friend. So there's a few different parts of the knife, the handle, and the shank. This one is riveted, as you can see. Some of them are molded. It just depends on the knife that you buy. There's basically two ways that I like to hold my knife. You can either hold it by the handle like this. See, I got it like that. I like a little more control over my knife. I try to put my thumb and forefinger on the top like this so I get a little more control when I'm using the knife. I always say the problem with this is you get a callus right here on your finger. It's up to you. The most important thing about knives, a couple of things I want to tell you. You see the shows, everybody chops like 1,000,000 miles an hour, right? They've been doing that for 40 years of their career. You don't do that in 2 days. So the most important thing is safety first, technique second. Let's talk a little bit about technique. Everybody's going to have a cutting glove back there. I think there's our orange back there, okay? Anytime you're using a knife, you're going to have a cutting glove on your hand. I'm right-handed. Anybody a lefty? All righties? The cutting glove goes on the hand opposite that you're holding the knife. I like to put a sanitation glove over the top of mine. We have gloves back there. We'll talk about gloves in a second. So I usually put one over the top, okay? I want everybody to do this. Pinch your index finger and your thumb together, okay? wave at me with your little fingers. These are the fingers that I use. This is my technique. This is me because I'm comfortable with it. I want you to get comfortable with your knife, okay? Don't worry. Safety, comfort. This works for me. I want you to, so see how I can kind of, remember the little characters where people draw like little things on there and make little faces on there? So I kind of do this. There's my 3 fingers. Right here, see this finger, the index finger? I'm going to call this like the saw guide, okay? See how I got the knife against that finger? Can everybody see how I have it against it? Like that? See where my thumb is? So my fingers are on here, either holding perhaps my food that I'm going to work with or on the table. And my knife on the board. You shouldn't be whacking. These are made to rock or slice. Okay? You leave the tip on the board. There's your 3 fingers. This one, the thumb is behind it. The guiding right there. See that? I'm never going to cut my finger. See how all my fingers are behind that index finger? Work on your technique, okay? Be comfortable. It's not about speed. Safety, technique, okay? So the other thing is, now let's talk a little bit about, as I'm working, it's kind of hard to work with a piece of food that's rolling around, right? So what I always like to do is I'm going to get myself a nice flat surface to work on, whether it be this way or maybe this way. Okay, now it's not rolling around, a lot easier to work with. Okay, so if it were this way, you can, and then you can gauge again, see how I'm against it. How thick do I want it? You can look at the top. Do I want it thick? Do I want to really gauge by looking at that? Okay, so do that technique. Here's another quick cut. So this one's called a bias cut. You'll see it a lot of times in Oriental dishes, maybe. You've got some sticks, and then you just kind of angle it and cut it on the bias, so you get, a little different look. Okay? Everybody see how that works? Okay, good deal. Any questions on the knife safety? Kitchen safety? Personal hygiene? None? Okay. Safety, technique. Take your time, get comfortable with that knife. Practice. You already stepped up here to do it. I'm sure you guys cook at the house, okay? So a couple things. I'm going to challenge you a couple times tonight. The first challenge I'm going to give to you was what? Go home, cook dinner, right? You're probably not going to do that. Second thing I'm going to challenge you to do, and this one's an easy one, is have fun tonight. It's all about fun. You're all champions already, right? Have fun. I want you to learn something tonight, whether it be something you learn because you're practicing it, but you got a bunch of special people right here. You're all have the same interests. Talk to each other. Maybe you could learn something. You guys probably might even do the blog thing, right? Or whatever you guys do on social networks, right? You might have a chef network. Learn something tonight, okay? From each other or yourself, okay? I want to talk to you a little bit about, I don't know, did Lynn talk to you about how the plate and all that stuff works? I wasn't paying attention, I'm sorry. I was talking to my friends, I didn't get to see them that much. So let's talk a bit about how the competition's going to work. You're going to go back there, you're going to work on your dishes. As you get close to completion, everybody's got a plate like this back there. This is what we're going to call the display plate, okay? This one you got to make look beautiful, okay? Chef Mike has some stuff already back there ready for you. That doesn't mean you have to use it. If you want to play around with these garnish tools, we can work with you back there and show you how to do some stuff. We got other chefs here. We can work with you in doing some garnish. This thing has to look beautiful because they're going to judge it on how it looks. One thing, I'm just going to pretend that it's a taco. You're going to put a taco on there. You're going to make that plate look beautiful. That's it. So that's it. They got to look great, okay? How many judges? We got 5 judges today. You're going to make 5 samples for the judges. They don't have to be, if that were a whole taco or a whole burrito or a whole boat, it doesn't have to be a whole thing. They're just going to take some samples and taste it. Thank you to the judges for coming in. We certainly appreciate your participation tonight. We got a great group of guys and girls here. So one beautiful one, right? Sample for them to taste it, right? Is Lynn out here yet? How many more they gotta make after that? About 20 more. You have helpers, so don't panic. I want you to focus on the beautiful one and the 5 for the judges. If you don't have the rest done, we're gonna help you get them done because, I don't know, I'm hungry. I think Evan's probably hungry. Mike's been here all day, he's hungry. I see all these people here that I know the judges are hungry because you're here checking your food out. So you gotta make 20 more for us to eat too, okay? Does that make sense? Everybody stay focused on the pretty one and the 5 and we'll get you out here. You don't all have to finish it at the same time. What's your name?
Rance.
Thank you. Rance, if he's done first, that's fine. Rance is gonna come, he's gonna say, Lynn, I'm ready to go. We're gonna get your plate, your beauty. You're gonna come out here, there's a poster. We're gonna take your picture. We're gonna take your picture with this dish. And then we'll get you up to the judges and they'll start judging, okay? Other people can still be working, that's fine. Don't panic. We're not gonna kick you out of the kitchen. But as you finish, we'll get you in, get done, get yourself cleaned up, get your workstation cleaned up, help us do the dishes. Then when it's all done, everybody's gonna get to taste everybody else's food, okay? Everybody understand that? One beauty? Okay, think about that in your mind now as you're working. Maybe you already practiced that, I don't know. We'll help you if you need some help on that, okay? Good? Okay. Is anybody here? Now I know yesterday I was in Indianapolis. Who's been to Indianapolis? Big city, right? Does anybody here come from a farm? Awesome. 3 of you. Yesterday, 4 of you. I want you to go home today and tell your parents from Chef Mike, thank you, because they have the most important job in the world. They feed the people in Indiana, they feed the people in America, they feed the people in the world. They have the hardest job it is, and I want to say thank you to those people. If any of you know farmers, you make sure you go thank them, okay? So, as chefs, I think it's really important to support our local farmers. How many people go to farmers markets? None of you. You guys got a great one here in town. You should go because you're buying your food from a farmer that's right here in what county are we in? Sullivan County. It's not, we know right where it comes from. That's important to me, okay? It's important for me to know where my food comes from. So instead of, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the box stores, but it's way better when you can go to the farmer who grew it down the road, right? We grow all kinds of agricultural crops here in Indiana. We need to make sure we're supporting our local farmers, okay? So I want you to do that. Who gardens here? Anybody garden? You guys are awesome. So I love the garden too. You know why I like the garden? One, because I just said I know where the food's coming from, right? I grew it in my garden. 2, I like to cook. You know why I like to cook? 2 reasons. Because I love to eat, and I think it's a cool way to express yourself. Some people can paint, some people can dance. I think it's cool that you can express yourself through cooking, so that's why I like to cook. So, I said to keep it local, right? So we know where our food's coming from. So I got some seeds today, and this is another challenge I'm going to give you guys. I'm going to put these seeds out. You can take 1 to start with. If there's any left over, if you'd like a second one, you're more than welcome. I'm going to ask that you take some pictures of this growing, okay? This doesn't have to go in your garden. You can grow these in pots. I have cilantro. Who's using cilantro today? Anybody? Come on, we're at Mexican dish. No one's got cilantro? We got some in the back. We're going to let you taste some then. I got some spinach here. I think I got some lettuce. You can grow, if you live in an apartment, you can grow in a little bucket on your patio. And then you could go out, pick your lettuce, have a salad, you know right where it came from, okay? So I'm going to lay these out a little bit. The other thing I want to talk to you about really quick is really an important thing to me, very important thing. One, our company is on a mission to fight worldwide hunger, okay? Part of that comes from food waste. Here's the next challenge for you. You've took the time to come in here, and I can tell that you care about eating right and living right because you came in here to do this healthy cooking contest. I am going to challenge each and every one of you to become the student ambassadors to good nutrition and living well. And what that means to me is you need to talk to your friends about eating right, about exercise, about living right, sleeping right, keeping hydrated. Who knows how much water you should drink in a day? How much? Half of your body weight, actually. It surprised me. I need to drink a gallon. I want you to talk to your friends, and And when you go to parties, I don't want you bringing cupcakes, I don't want you bringing cookies, sweets. You bring the kind of stuff you're making today, okay? Live well, okay? So, how many people, how much food in America is wasted on a percentage? Who would know? Out of 100%, how much of the food is wasted?
50%.
Very close. 40% of the food in America goes in the garbage. That's a shame. These people's folks work very hard to produce that food. A lot of people work hard to get it to where the consumer is, and we're throwing it in the garbage. That's absolutely horrible. 1 in 8 people in America go without food. Okay? There's homeless people in this community. I live down the street in Vincennes. There's homeless community. There's people that are hungry. We need to, as a young generation, I told you, become ambassadors to good nutrition. We need to fight hunger. Okay? And how can we do that? By reducing food waste, right? How can we reduce food waste? Who's got an idea? Any ideas? One, go ahead.
By maybe like if someone is like done eating and you're at like 40, you say like, what are you doing with that food? Are you save it?
Okay, so she said someone has excess food at a party. Are you going to ask them, are you not going to save it? Absolutely right. First of all, we should just take what we think we can eat, right? Sometimes we take more than we eat, right? We should have a plan when we go to the grocery store. Just like I said, ingredients in place. You don't just go to the grocery store and start shopping. You need to have a list of the things you need so you don't buy stuff and waste money, and we don't waste the food, right? Now when we get the food home, it's really important to store it right. Right? You don't leave stuff laid out on the countertops for it to spoil. You keep your vegetables down in the crispers, your fruits in another area, right? What about leftovers? We can't use the leftovers necessarily today, but like at Thanksgiving, we always know, my gosh, look at all that leftover turkey. What can we do with it? We can repurpose it, right? We can make turkey fajitas. We can make turkey pot pie. So I want you to think about how you can reuse food. Same like this. If you go to a big restaurant, they have stock pots going, and they use all the scraps to make sauces and gravies and things. So think about how you can reuse those leftover foods or those food scraps, right? And the other thing is, we can donate food. I don't know if you guys, I think I see a community sharing tables here, so maybe some of your classmates are hungry, they can go get some, but we actually will deliver food into the community for community members to enjoy and be able to eat because maybe they don't have the means to get that food, okay? So we can look to outsource that extra food to the community, all right? Any questions on anything? I know I talked a lot of information. I really appreciate your attention. You guys are really good today. Any questions for me? All right. I always do one thing. I always do like a little, see the sporting events, everybody gets together, right? Does anybody want to have a special say they want to say today? Anything in general? All right, I got one. We're going to say live well, right? That's what we're here for, to learn how to live well. Put our hands together on 3. We're going to go live well, and then go back in the picture. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Live well. All right. Good job. Head to the kitchen and get you going. Who knows who this guy is? Does anybody recognize him? He's our ambassador. So he was with me last night in Indianapolis, and he told me to come down and I'm going to give you guys a blessing for the phone. And lift off. He told me to bless you guys. You guys are awesome.
The kids' plates.
Yes, right here. And the cutting boards. I got to get the cutting board back here too. You guys recognize him?
Sorry. Huh? No, there's one over there.
Over here, okay?
I need to figure out who's gonna be cooking for me. Let's look at we might work our way out. Okay. Get it closer to me.
Yes, he's getting it right here for you.
What's your name?
Rants.
That's what will we be cooking for us today?
Mexican chicken breast or baked Mexican chicken breast.
Baked Mexican chicken breast. Now, what are you going to do to start us out here? Salsa?
All right, Chef, remember what I warned you about?
No, I put
All right,
salsa in
first
there.
you can do is find the last.
Then you put the
Always. I medium fry small, I take medium or large, or your kind of thing. Good, how many times you do it? 2 or 3. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so the first thing is menu.
Yeah, that's fine. Here is your cutting board.
Alright.
You're gonna cook your chicken in this, right? Okay? No, you cook the chicken in that, in the oven.
In the oven?
Yeah, you put the
No. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay, all right.
You're a chicken guy?
yeah.
So I forgot to talk about this because I want you, how do you know when that chicken's done?
I have a timer that's 25. I think.
Okay, you're saying you're gonna cook it by time, about 25 minutes. So, that's okay, but I'm gonna tell you this. That's the most common question a chef will get. Chef, how long do I cook something? As a chef, we talked about food safety. We cook food to temperature. So chicken needs to be cooked up to, when you test the chicken, 165 degrees. We're gonna get you a thermometer. When your timer goes off at 25 minutes, Rance, we're gonna go check that, and then we'll make sure it's the 165. Does that make sense?
Alrighty, we got
Good job.
Mexican chicken
Awesome.
over here. Let's go to
You
the
guys are good.
Ma'am, what's your name?
Laney.
Laney, what grade are you in?
Fourth.
Well, what will you be cooking for us today? Now, what are you doing right now? Is there... What's after that now?
I got you, Chef, I got you.
All together? Alrighty.
So, okay, dump that in there, right? All right, dump that in there for me, Chef.
165 degrees.
Here you go. Beautiful. Let me scrape that out for you.
Now, what's your name? Sawyer, what will you be cooking for us today? Now, what are you doing to start us out here?
Tell me what you're making.
Be close, tortilla pizza.
He is making his own chorizo sausage.
Okay, so you're starting out with chorizo. Now, are you going to start with browning all your sausage? And then you're going to add a lot of spices for us today? Alrighty, is that going to be your main part of the dish today?
Okay, them all together? All right, so you're gonna do
All right.
these first.
The can one's smash breaks for you guys.
Hello, man. What's your name? Is this going into anything right now? By themselves. Alright.
Okay.
Hello, man. What's your name? Now you, what are you cooking for us today? And are you laying the fries out right now? Are you going to put anything on them today? Okay. And you said you had cheesy quesadillas as well, so you're making two things for us today then. Alright. I'll leave you to it then.
One tablespoon of baked
Hello, ma'am. What's your name? Abby, what are you going to cook for us today?
Chicken and sweet potato tacos.
What are you doing right now for us?
I am peeling sweet potatoes.
Are you getting your sweet potatoes ready for your fries, you said?
No, I don't. I'm not doing fries.
Fries? Is it going straight into your chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, then I'll leave you to it, man.
oregano, we need half a teaspoon of oregano. That is this one right here, so remember which one was the half? The half was one of the smallest ones, and it's got a 1 and a 2. That's the fourth, so that's the next one up. Yep, we need a half of that. Then we need perfect. Then the next one up, we need that. That one. The next size up is 1 teaspoon, a whole one. Well, it'd be 2 of a whole teaspoon of that. Yes, good job. Try holding it over here and dump it into your spoon. See how that goes. Perfect. Do your trick. Pat it down, rub it through. Perfect. Dump it in. Okay, we need a half of black pepper. Perfect. Half a teaspoon of black pepper.
Let's do it over that in case we waste. Do you have a 1 for? There you go. There you go. Okay. Okay, next is when you got all other ingredients. So,
Now be careful. Try to hold that all the way on. Yep.
Hey, Reese, how you doing?
Oh, good.
Looks like you got your chicken in the pan. What's up next?
and white vinegar.
The size of the chicken breast that I used to eat.
Is that ready for the oven?
Yeah, it is. So I'm just gonna do the same thing.
Chef, that is for me. Get it.
And what are you doing with that rice over there?
Just mix that in with the chicken.
After it's baked?
Yeah, and with the
All right. So you're making 2 servings of the chicken then, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Probably 2, all right?
You and I are gonna work on this together. This one's good, let her work on it, right? What's your name, sweetheart? Ready? You and I work on it.
Hello, ma'am. What's your name, ma'am?
Olivia Noyes.
Olivia, what are you making for us today?
From noodle, it's like unfried ice cream.
Unfried ice cream? Alrighty, you're chopping strawberries for us today? What are those going to go into? Oh, decorations. Strawberries going as decorations. So is ice cream the main part of it all then?
Well, then ice cream, then you put avocados in it, and then you put it in the honey bunches of mix, and you roll it in there and put it in the freezer. And after it's done freezing, you put strawberries and drizzle sugar-free chocolate and honey on it for decoration.
Sounds good. Can't wait, man.
I'll do this one like that for you. I want to do. Take it like this.
The best way to
Put your hand on the knife. That's it. Hold it like that. Keep that. Remember how I did this?
out right there, and
You did. It's kind of hard with that glove, ain't it? Keep that thumb behind. Let's see if we get that behind there. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. Ready? We'll go down like this. From there, we go down like this.
good chef. Good. That's
Yeah,
how it takes
about the size you want.
Okay.
We're gonna come smaller, but we'll go like this to start with, right? Awesome. Awesome. Do one more, huh?
What are you anticipating for this year's future kickoff?
Oh, I think it all looks really good back here. Smells good.
All really good?
Yeah.
Smells wonderful.
I think this is my 3rd year, I think, and it just keeps getting better.
Good. It looks like there's really 8 shifts here, from 2nd grade to 5th. I mean, were you ever cooking when you were that young?
I don't think so. I think I was just eating whatever my mom was.
I think it's a cool program. I think that's what you're doing. Glad you enjoyed it for us today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Sonia, what are you doing now, bud?
Picking out the avocados to make guacamole.
Did you already cut them all out and get the shell out? Or the seed?
Yes.
Alright, let's see you do it.
Perfect. Now, anybody ever teach you how to make the best guacamole ever? Well, that's what I'm here for. Guess what? Get in there, take your glove fingers and just squeeze that avocado. You know how to do that? Get in there and squeeze.
So are you still working on your sweet potatoes up here?
Yeah, we're making our dough.
Making the dough, what's the dough gonna go into?
It's an empanada, so
Alright. Thank you. So is this all the ingredients for the empanada in here? And the meat up there?
yep.
Alrighty, thank you.
Now,
Yeah, and
You already have your sweet potato fries in the oven then?
Yep.
What are you doing with the avocados right now? And it looks like you're going to put them in the blender?
Oh.
What are you going to do with those blended avocados now?
I'm going to plan them to make the dough.
The dough for your quesadilla, right?
They're not for the paste. Yeah, they're for the dipping sauce, remember? You want to put that little
Oh, so
bit?
you have a dipping sauce now. That sounds really good and I can't wait. Thank you.
Get the lime ready. Have you ever got lime ready before you squeeze it? Show you.
So Reese, it looks like you got your second pan of chicken in there. So what are you up to now?
Right now we'll have to make the
Guacamole. Alright. So how you starting this out here? You better put on your glove for safety though.
Yes, he showed me. He showed me how to take that out of there.
Alrighty, Reese, I'll get back to you when you get that avocado.
All right, scoop that in there for me and we'll get you some blood.
Oh, look, here it is. Look, I put it high. That's typical me. I put stuff high. I'm not gonna remember where I put it.
All right, thank you.
So what all do you have in that pan right now then?
Peppers, chicken, sweet potato, and onions.
So after you got done with your sweet potatoes, did you do the peppers up next?
I would just put them all together. I'm just gonna
What was the little trick we talked about earlier about vegetables or stuff? Remember? The longest cooked, hardest vegetables would go in first. Because that way, you cook these, the potatoes would be first. And you could steam these and throw them in there too. But you did a really great job. It'll be fine. I'm really looking forward to this dish, Jeff. I'll tell you that.
Alrighty, well, thank you, and I can't wait to see what the outcome is.
And just get in there and twist it around, okay?
Alrighty, seems like you got your meat all browned up. What do you have right now in there?
pasta sauce.
And onions, it looks like? You chop those yourself? How long are you going to have to let all that meat cook together?
Probably 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Can't wait for the outcome.
Okay, how's that going for you? You want to do the other one? Okay. Okay, do that one.
I'll take it and get it out of your way.
We have flowers over here and burgers over here.
So it looks like you're still, oh no, you're squeezing lemons now, it looks like, or limes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like you're making guac. How much is going into that? 2 or 3 avocados? Are you putting anything spicy in there for them? Alrighty, thank you. Reese, did you already get that avocado chopped up?
Yes.
Ready to go? Have you put anything in it with your guac yet?
No, I don't know when to put it. Normally I just had like a powder pack or something. So,
Missy,
And the,
a regular
and the
fork?
tortilla? Okay.
Because I don't know what to put in guac.
Right here, please.
Here, no.
So it looks like you finally got your decorations done. Now what's all in this here?
There's ice cream, avocados, honey bunches of oats crushed up, strawberries, sugar-free chocolate, and honey, and then yeah,
Looks good. And you have to make how many of these again?
25.
25 of those. Well, no wonder you have so many strawberries here with you. Well, I can't wait to see how they all turn out.
So if you want, if you're getting to the point you think it's, you know, you can dial that down lower. You can keep stirring it, you're fine. Excellent job.
So how long do you have to let your chicken, onions, and potatoes cook for now? 7 minutes. How long have they been going for now?
10 minutes.
You just have to let it cook down, right? And you're still chopping potatoes?
So like 20 minutes, yeah.
What's next after you put all this together? Plate it all? Okay. Thank you.
When you get that really hot, keep your quesadilla. You're gonna be in the oven at home, you're fine.
So Sawyer, is your guac almost done now?
Yeah.
You don't? What's that for the guac?
What am I putting in here?
Is that just to make the guac even better? Yeah. All right, is that going on the side or on your chicken, right? Or is it beef?
Going on top.
On top of it? All right. Thank you.
So the onions and the beans are in here, right?
So are you using olive oil on your tortillas? And then are you going to put it in the machine right behind it? Or are you just going to make raw tortillas?
Oh, you don't like looking at them?
In the oven? You're going to put them in the oven?
Crunchy.
And then did you make chorizo or taco meat? Taco meat?
And nobody likes the
Any
strawberry,
guacamole?
right?
Beans? Nope. What's all going on your taco meat then? Hot sauce. All right. Thank you.
No, yeah. Good to know.
So is this your cheese quesadilla you're cooking up right now? And how many of these do you have to make again?
We'll make 6 of them. One for each judge, and then one for the black plate.
All right.
Grab a plate. It's all done.
Oh,
There you go.
that's one mighty fine looking quesadilla.
Grab it.
Now what are you doing now? What's all in the sauce today?
Oh, ice cream. How'd you know I was coming? Ice cream's my favorite thing to eat. I eat way too much ice cream. What else? It looks awesome.
Excuse me, guys.
Yeah.
Alright, Maurice, what do we have now?
The rice and beans.
Beans? So once you take your chicken out of the oven, is that what's going into it?
Yes, that's going to be what we're going to do. I'm going to make a burrito with the
Huh?
rice, beans, guacamole.
Our chicken's at 1 minute.
squash,
It says that
and you know all that stuff. Oh, and cheese.
Alright, and you said you're going to put guac inside the burrito, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Or on it if I don't, can't fold it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Beautiful, I got this. Good to go.
So it looks like you're almost done here. At least if you mix it up with the plate. And those are they tortillas or tortillas? Alright.
So we need a tray to bake on. Chef, if you'll bring that back to the sheet, because we're gonna bake those tortillas. Thank you. All right.
Alrighty, what are you opening up here?
Tortillas.
So you're making your tortillas for your beef and guacamole? Yeah. And then how are you going to prepare that? Show me.
Remember? So you're gonna bake these and make layers.
Make layers.
So you're going to layer all your beef and guac together? And that sounds really good. Can't wait.
Smell that? You have smell-o-vision over here?
Smells like chorizo.
It is. He made his own chorizo
So you made your own chorizo.
with his own spices.
Wow, that's very impressive.
Yeah.
I can't wait to try it.
Smells awful good.
And then how many layers do we have, Chef? Do you remember how many layers you made? Let's just open these and just use cooking.
So, what quesadilla are you on right now?
My second.
Second one? So, are you about to flip this one right here?
Yep.
Alrighty, let's watch it. Alrighty, and you said this is your second one, so you only have 4 more to go, it seems like. And are your fries out of the oven yet?
Yep.
Do they look good? Okay, let's check out the fries then.
Someone's making ham fries, apparently.
Alright, I think we can go next.
She's gonna need to do something else cutting board. I'm gonna need to open this oven, guys, okay?
Sounds
The
good.
doors are gonna open this way. Check the temperature of your meat. You're gonna wanna take your thermometer. And you want, yes, you wanna make sure it gets down in there good. So I'm gonna start from here. Wait, you need your phone moving on, ma'am. Stack. I will go get you.
Alrighty, what are you doing with that lime?
Cutting it up.
Is that going in your dip, you said?
Okay, so we can go ahead and pull these out.
And then, are you going to put your dip beside or on the beef that you have? On top of it? On the side of it, okay. So I'm glad to see you have your safety glove
I
on.
will bring the other.
Yeah?
Smells good.
So are those going to be on your plate, those limes and lemons? Those look really nice.
It was made with love. It was made with love. And love for you, Jason.
Shredded, right? Okay, so you need a couple forks probably, right? Okay, let me go grab you some. Here is
Get that, I'm gonna
these.
take these to your table, and you go ahead and get the other two ready, so we can get them out, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty, so how many do you have right now?
What?
How many have you done so far?
Well, I've done 3 because of judges. I've done
Alrighty, so
I
the
have-
3 judges. Have you done your presenting plate yet? The black one? And still avocado ice cream, cereal, and strawberries? And is that cilantro?
Mint.
Mint. Alright, are you adding it to the top of it or inside of it?
To like the top of it.
Alright, Reese, I see you have your chicken done.
Yeah, I'm going to be shredding one.
Oh, so you're shredding the chicken for your tacos.
Yes.
Did you check the temperature, make sure it was good? Alright.
I'm honestly not sure how. Do you know what's chicken?
Can we grab that other tray right there, and we'll get those in there?
Not apart, so can you shred this one? I'll do that one, okay? There.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna need, when those are done, we're gonna need those next week. Alright.
So it looks like you have 6 of your tacos already done. So how many do you have to make again?
5.
5 of them? Alright, so are you gonna put all your sausage on right now? Or are you stirring it?
What are we waiting for, Chef?
Where are your tortillas at right now? Are you getting them real crispy so you can fold them together? Yeah.
Explain to him what you're gonna do with your tortillas.
Put the meat and then put water to put the meat and
Then another one.
some salsa.
So he's gonna have 3 layers.
So you're going sausage, guacamole, and salsa on the very top, huh?
Watch out,
Oh,
jump in.
I think we got the tortillas in right now.
Alright, pop those off. Alright, here, because if you would take this tray,
Do you like the way those came out right now?
those look perfect.
They look perfect. Can't wait to see what you do.
Okay, we'll get him to grab those, that's hot. So, yeah, let that sit for 1 minute.
You can just look down in there.
Chef Evan right here, you get a chance?
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
So how long have you let these cook so far? Few minutes? Alright. Do you think this one's ready to flip yet?
Should we put it on pause or is there a different one?
Go ahead.
All right. We'll wait while we're going on there, 'cause that's still boiling warm. So.
Wow, so you're plating already.
What do you do first?
Are your vegetables tender and ready to go?
Okay, so put meat on there,
Should we give him a little
spread
sip?
it around.
I don't know. You
Wait.
see, you
Make
still,
them
yeah, you
wait.
still have some judges to feed before me.
These are for the judge.
So,
You
is
can
that
build the
cilantro
rest
and
on
lime
it.
and lemon that you're gonna put on there? Alrighty.
Take these for the judges, and then you can build the rest. Good job.
So
Thank
how are you putting all these together?
You need to get one with guacamole and spread it around, right?
This,
Mm-hmm.
then cheese, lettuce, and
you. You got enough in there?
cilantro, yeah,
Okay.
and sour cream.
We'll put these in the oven real quick. So
Alrighty.
nice and warm for the judge.
And are you gonna put them in the oven to crisp them up, or just keep them warm?
Just keep them warm.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The whole tortilla, huh? Tortilla.
Alrighty. So you're gonna start the layering. So you already have the sausage on, and you're spreading your guac. Alrighty. Are you almost done with that one? Or are you gonna make us wait a little bit?
I'm almost done.
Okay, you want some help, Chef? Spreading? All right. So what are we gonna do with this after I spread this for you, Chef? What are we gonna do with that?
We're gonna get your picture taken.
So you're gonna lay it
Okay,
on.
now what do we need with the next one? Put another one on there? Is that how we do it? Okay, then what's on this one? More meat and cheese?
More cheese. Yeah. Got one big scoop there. So is there anything going on top of this, or is that it right there? Salsa next, all right. So you're making almost 4 layers. It looks like. Sausage, guacamole, sausage, and some salsa to top it off. All right. Thank you.
Okay, then do we put another tortilla on there? Okay.
Let's finish this one.
All right. So this is your dough for your.
To roll it, like,
So this is the dough, right?
yep.
All right.
Yeah, put some on top, watch. Now try it. There you go. You have to really, since it's glass, we're really have to put it on
Yeah,
there.
it's not really.
Try to put some more on there. And then try it again.
So after roll this dough, is it going in the oven?
Well, no.
No, where's it
I
going?
have to
in?
put meat in it, and then cheese, and then roll it up, and then open it.
All right.
Just a minute, we need to put like on the pin thing. No. Whenever, how far you need it to go.
Looks like that's their percentage, buddy. All right, you can keep
You
going.
know how thick you want your dough?
Percentage.
The pans are back there in the back underneath, okay? I'll go grab you some cheese.
All right, are your tortillas out of the oven yet? They're right now. So you put the meat and cheese on there before you already, and put them in with the meat on there. So did you cook the meat twice then? All right. How's the chicken shrimp going?
Pretty good. Also, you've been calling me Reese. I think you've been calling me Reese.
What is it?
Rance.
Rance? Okay. I'm sorry. That's my mistake. So what do you do? Rance?
Okay, first we're gonna get this chicken into these tortillas.
Alright.
And then we're gonna put this on it, and then the guac, and then cheese.
Alright. Thank you.
Mike just scrapes all that off of mine. Okay, sprinkle with cilantro.
I'm sorry, I thought you were done.
I am done. He was complaining about how my onions are everywhere.
So Sawyer, it looks like you're putting the finishing touches on your dish. Is that going to be your presentation or just to one of the judges?
I got you, Chaz.
My presentation.
Alright, it looks good and fit for it.
Now, we want to present our people like that? Showcase? Or do we want to try it?
Okay, you can put it over here.
Just put it right here.
Yeah.
Okay, think that looks beautiful? Or do we want to cut it?
Do you need any regular size spoons?
Your sample for everybody else?
Yep.
Alrighty, and how many of these do you have to make? 20?
20, yeah.
Wow. What number's this right now?
I have no clue.
So you already got your judges and your presentation?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Hopefully we'll get Chef, having our Chef Michael here to cut it. That'll make everything push out myself. Thank you.
So are you going to be putting your tacos on the plates now?
I gotta cut them in half.
Cut them in half, alright.
You got your glove?
So Maggie, what number is this here? This is your fourth one? So after 2 more, you're going to be done then, right? Wow, that went by fast too.
So let me just skew everything like
Alrighty, how many pieces of dough do you have to have for this?
A lot.
A lot. Alrighty. So how do you fill these?
You put cheese and meat in them and roll and then close them.
Alright, that's what you're doing. Alright. Alrighty, so how many do you have in the oven right now? 5, and you said you needed how many? 5? So you're making the extras just for samples then? The other 20? Alrighty. So you got all of them done here?
Uh-huh. And they're
All right. In the freezer, okay. So what are you going to do with the excess of this now? Are you going to make them into more samples?
Maybe.
Maybe? I don't know. All right. Thank you. So how was your experience doing all this today?
Well, it's been good. I thought it would actually be difficult, but it was actually really easy to work.
So did you practice this before you did it?
Yes.
Many times?
Yeah.
So, how was your experience working with it today?
It was really good.
Did you learn anything from this future chef?
Not really. For how to yogurt, what she's making.
Well, I'm glad you had a fun experience today, and I can't wait to see you again here.
Thanks, Gavin.
Oh, Chef Matt. So, how was your experience working today with these future chefs?
Great. I learned a lot about cooking, so that was good.
You did? So, did you learn any tips and tricks from the head chef here today?
To cook vegetables before you cook the rest of the food. That was pretty handy dandy.
Well, we'll be seeing you here today, next year, on Future Chefs of America.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty. Nice to see you.
That looks good though.
We want to look at that, show them, Chef, what you made.
Wow, Reese. So how long did this take you here?
I don't know.
Just a few minutes? Didn't take that long?
No.
Wow, look at that. Stacking it for you and everything.
Look,
I gotta say that.
look good. You ready to decorate?
Okay, let's watch them decorate.
Where is that area?
Over here.
That looks delicious.
All right, Steph. So, what are we going to do? I think
Right,
we need
let's see
some
what's going on.
greenery on here, right? So let's tear some of these twigs off. And we can color. Chef?
You going a lot or a little?
A lot.
A lot. I like it. I like your style
Beautiful. Do you want more greenery over on this side or just color? Beautiful. What do you think? You want a lemon or a lime? Because what
here.
did
I
we
think
use
one of
in our
those lemons will
recipe?
look nice.
Yes.
Right there.
I think that looks perfect, don't you?
Yeah.
You ready to go showcase? Here, hold your plate.
What would you rate this
Let's
place
go.
1 out of
Let's
10
go
here?
out here. What?
What would you rate your plate today? 1 out of 10.
10.
10 out of 10. I like
Good
it.
answer. Good answer.
And then come back and do, okay. Are you gonna put any of that stuff on top of it, or on it too, or no? Okay, over here, look.
Alrighty, so how many do you have right now?
7.
And how many do you need for us all tonight?
At least 6, right?
At least 6. And do you need any samples for everybody else? You do. Are you going to make smaller portions?
They're gonna cut. They're gonna be cut.
Cut in half. Alright, so those should go quicker, shouldn't they? Alright. Thank you. Alrighty, what number is this here? The 5th one, so only one more left. So, how did your fries turn out? I never told you that. I never asked you. They did? They turned out really good? Are they going to go good with the cheese quesadilla? Alrighty. Are you going to put anything else on the quesadilla besides fries?
We got a guacamole pepper.
You're going to put a guacamole dipping sauce?
Yeah.
Do you know what all's in that?
Green peppers, avocado, and lemons.
Wow, it seems like you put a lot of effort into that one. I can't wait to see how they all turn out.
Got that?
This one's for me, the dog.
Together. Good.
Alright, it seems like you're plating right now. So is this going to be your presentation plate? And then how many of these did you make today?
I made 7.
7 of them? Are some of them going to be samples for us today? Alright, thank you.
We're doing ones for everybody to try. We just put it on a big tray or
What do you got? Those things?
the pizza thing. I'm gonna kind of
Yeah, taco.
He's not here.
You do the pepperoni sample for boss.
Hey, you got 2 nights down here.
I stole Chef.
There's extras.
Good, I guess.
Good? Did you learn anything cooking-wise today?
Not really.
Well, will we be expecting you back here today? Okay, there's the man himself. So Reese, how'd your plate turn out today?
Good, pretty good.
Would you call it a 10 out of 10 plate?
Maybe 9 out of 10.
I think it looks 10 out of 10 to me. I think you did a great job.
I mean, there are definitely things better than this. Long knows that.
Hey, you know what? As long I said that looks pretty good.
Thank you.
Alrighty. I'm glad to see that you're out here cooking today, and I think your presentation plate looks great.
You made it yourself.
Alrighty, babe. I'm gonna put that on your table while you plate up your stuff. Okay? So we'll do the same thing, I
Okay.
Alrighty, so are you guys making more dough over here?
Yep.
guess. No, we're making more circles.
You're making more what?
Circles.
Circles? Alrighty. So we'd be putting more meat and cheese into those? And are these the ones you're going to be cutting in half? Alright.
So,
So are these the judges' plates today? Looks delicious. So you said you're going to put also guac on this too? Alright, when is that going on?
After I make the juice.
Okay. So you made the quesadillas, you put the fries on, so is it guac next right here?
After I make this one.
After you make this one.
I'll make one more. We'll still leave Chef Evan some without for these. How's that?
Ready to get your picture taken with that?
I'll hold it for you. Guys, ready for that? So you decorating this right now? Alright, so you think you're gonna put anything on it, or are you fine? Alright. What would you rate your plate 10 out of 10?
8.
I'd say it's better than that. Would you say it's at least 9, 9.5?
Yep.
Alright, so. Alright, well, good luck to you. I can't wait to have the judges try it.
You guys need to try a taste on film.
Hey, well, I mean, maybe. Let's see here. Now, how am I going to do this, Sawyer? Should I eat it like a pizza? Eat it like a pizza.
How's his homemade chorizo?
That's the star of the dish right there.
How's his homemade guacamole? Okay, turn the camera on the cameraman.
All right.
Film him taking a bite.
I'd say you need to put more guacamole on it. That stuff's good.
He had good guacamole, did he?
Very.
All right. All right, now what do we put on this layer? Do you remember?
Now, Walker, what would you rate
More
this dish 1 out of 10?
definitely a 10.
Definitely a 10 out of 10. Sorry to hear that. I think you might have a good shot at today.
Okay.
Are you proud of it?
Yeah.
You're going to make it again.
Okay.
Are you going to?
Yeah.
Good.
All right, put your last layer on there, Chef.
That's actually really freaking good.
They can grab the other two chefs. Enjoying your food, Gavin?
So is this your last quesadilla today?
Yep.
Yeah.
So is this the time here? Alright, let's take a look at it, shall we? Look at that. They just look like they need some guacamole on that, don't they? That's good.
You got 131 for the chef, for the chef.
Wait, are you one of the judges?
Let me start for a second. So, as a helper on Future Chefs in America today, What you learn from this experience?
Well, to I don't really know.
Will we be seeing you this time again next year?
Maybe.
Maybe. So that's probably a yes. Well, I'm glad to see you here today and helping out the children. I hope to see you next year. Thank you.
Are y'all enough? Okay, well we can start cleaning up our mess.
Do you guys have them in the oven right now?
Yep, they're in the oven right over there.
Alrighty. So,
Do we have any more dough?
how many more need to go in the oven? That tray?
Just that too.
Alrighty. So you're gonna put the block after, correct?
No, they did the blocks and go on.
It goes to the side. Well, thank you. Looks like you're rolling out more dough, so I'll leave you to it.
Evan, you don't get done. He said maybe I should have you come back and cut that because I was doing a good job. He said, that's all right. My mom does the same way.
Okay, you want to put all this stock in?
Yeah, I told you.
You guys are inspiring videographers. You just get thrown in. You just get thrown in.
So, Chef, today, how was your experience today at the Future Chef?
This is by far one of my favorite events of the year. Young, blossoming talent, teaching kids to eat healthy and nutritious, absolutely inspiring.
There are a lot of ages here today. They're somewhere at second grade. How do you feel about that already?
The younger the better. I think, I was talking to them earlier about childhood obesity, childhood diabetes. This is an excellent platform to get students to understand that you're living a healthy lifestyle.
I saw you helping some of the kids out today. Did you give them real big pointers?
You know,
They know they were doing.
it's amazing. They do really do. You can tell they've done their practice, but it's always nice to get in there and teach them some life skills and some other little tricks that we know from the business. So it's again a very inspiring event.
I've only tried one meal today, but I gotta say it was really good. It was very good.
I'm excited. I'm ready to get out there and taste it. I'm going to head back out there and see if I can get myself some samples.
All right,
Thank you for
I'll
your
leave you
time
to it.
today,
Thank you,
fellas.
Chef. All right.
Yes.
So, Kyler, what was your experience like today on Future Chefs?
It was really fun working with her. She was happy to
Don't anybody back up.
really happy to our time, so I think
Did you learn any pointers today off of it?
Coming to what?
Right here. A lot of action in the kitchen today, I see.
Every kitchen.
Every kitchen?
Every kitchen.
All right. Well, I'm glad you had a fun time today, and I hope to see you back this time again next year.
Maybe we can go down and get a cool ride.
We're gonna do the judges' plate, presentation plate.
So is this your final outcome here? So you on your presentation plate finally? It smells really good today. Is that the cheese or the meat inside of his thing?
Okay. So you're
All
gonna
right,
take
well, I'll
this
leave you to it.
and put it. We're making. Now,
Okay, sweetheart.
They've got some in the oven now. Put it on just a second.
All right, so you just working on your samples right now?
Yes.
Do you think the samples are going to be good as the presentation?
Probably.
Probably just, or better?
Maybe.
Maybe?
I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. We were on the walk, so I put a little.
All right, Bryant, is this the last of yours?
Oh, so is this your final product for us today? How, did you like the outcome of it? How would you rate this dish 1 out of 10 today? That's what I like to hear. I wish you luck, and I'm glad you were here today.
Okay.
Yeah, look right there. Finally chopped.
Uh-oh. So how'd you like your final outcome today?
Good.
Good? So, what was this called again?
Folio.
How'd you rate your dish today, 1 out of 10? 10? That's what I like to hear. I wish you luck with the judges. Thank you. Yes, sorry. So, how'd you do today, you think?
Good.
Good? You think your dish was 10 out of 10 today?
Yes.
Yes? When I tried it, it seemed pretty dang good. So I appreciate you coming here. I can't wait to wish you luck on the judges.
Okay.
Seen a picture of Larry. He goes, "What's wrong with Mr. Stuckey? He didn't look good."
Do you have your extra plates ready?
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
you're
already
fine,
up
then
there.
you can stay right up there,
We don't
sweetheart.
want to have to do anything myself. And there's Hal and all the board to help.
Did Florida help? We haven't been together and all we did is
Yeah, anything extra like that is put over there on the slicer. Okay. Those look down here, or they
That's what I was
I'm going to interview my mother.
Walker, what's gonna win?
Those are the nice ones, yeah. But I get them with. Well,
Excuse me, ma'am.
I did.
Yes.
Dr. Terry Dr. Jenkins, I'd like to say thank you for sponsoring Future Chefs of America. And I would like to say, what do you think will be the outcome of all this cooking today?
Well, I don't really know what the outcome will be, but I do know that there are 7 delicious dishes on the table at this time.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, and thank you for all your support today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Last few times they called for blizzards, we got nothing.
I know, and I like that.
I did too. Yeah, I did too.
I'm ready for spring. And really, it hasn't been that bad a winter, really.
That's a freezing rice lake in Wisconsin. That's how they go up the west side of Wisconsin, 100 miles from Duluth. So that tells you how far it's up.
Yeah.
I talked to them today, and they said, well, we got 3 feet of snow there. And our forecast is 8 inches for tonight.
So you guys have something up there.
I'd like to ask you, do you have any children in this competition today?
I do. I have 2.
All right, I'm glad to see you're supporting healthy food for our kids today. Did you teach your kids these recipes today?
Pinterest did.
I see. That's a very good website to get when you're looking for things. So how do you think she performed in the Pinterest recipe today?
I think they did great. I think they all did great. I'm pretty excited to see all these recipes. They did great.
I think their food view looks great, and I thank you for bringing them out here today.
Thank you.
So these are samples right here?
Yep.
Alright, they look delicious. They look almost as good as that one, which looks the best out of by far.
Well, yeah, that's because I put, all the garnishes and stuff.
Looks great. Did you slice those lemons?
What?
Did you get the garnishes on there? Did you put them on there?
No, there's just a little plate back that has them on it.
Did you put them on there though?
Yes.
I like the pattern you're raising, and they look really great. I wish you luck today. You can go across it, yeah, it's fine.
Okay, chefs, let's all come back to our tables, please.
Are you, Sawyer, can you wait? Sawyer, can you wait? Just said he could wait, but never mind. Where's Lane? Where's Lane?
Back there with the.
I got a third leg and it wouldn't bother me.
Asked Becky what was in the oven. She said, oh, it's. She still got the shakes right there.
Okay. Here. First, we want to thank the judges. We have John Bobbitt from the Southwest School Board. John Basham from the Wellness Coordinator at Sullivan County Hospital. Janet Johnson, Sullivan County Treasurer. Jim Kennedy from Petty Pit Stop. And John Springer. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate you coming. Okay, so first we'll start out, there's no random order, and then we'll work our way up to the second place and first place. Okay, so the first contestant we have is Lady Donner. Okay, next we have Audrey Early. Okay, next we have Maggie Early. Okay, next we have Rance Heaton. our winner 2 years in a row. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Please come around and taste all the goodies. These kids really worked hard.
You guys can go taste food. I know there's one for it.